gets yelled at for no reason is also part of my
No,
job.
Hello,
that's
ladies
not-
and
that's-
gentlemen. Alright, forgot
well,
to
that's-
switch Grail's thing. Hold on, wait, there's two Callistas.
There's two.
Oh no. Mitosis again.
Mitosis, tosis. Let's see. Oh, right, I'm using...
Otis, what is it about your workplace and putting cute girls with long hair behind the counter?
Right side.
Men don't really apply for the job.
There we go. Perfect.
But if I'm behind the counter, they're putting cute men behind the counter as well, are they not?
We'll do...
That was the joke.
Grail.
What?
I was implying you're a cute girl with long hair.
Jesus. Alright.
Oh, you have, right?
Yes.
I've seen you
and
too.
Callista has described you many times.
Cute girl with long hair?
Very good timing. You see, I can't sleep. No
Yes.
worries, Spider. We're always here for you. Alrighty, welcome on in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in Wazzy with Game First. Welcome in Creeper. Welcome in Pocket. Welcome in Spider.
It's that
Welcome in
easy.
Cam. Welcome in all the Friendoble Bendos that I have here. If you guys have not seen my Friendoble Bendos, please go check them out. All there. I need to remove Yvonne at some point, but that's okay. And then if you guys are interested in all the heroes, you guys are welcome to check them out right there as well.
Wait, is
And it will
Yvonne
be
out
pinned.
for now? Is Yvonne
Yes.
actually out?
Yeah,
Okay, I know we were
his work
talking about it
consistently
maybe
kept putting him on Saturdays, and he couldn't like do anything about it. So, which
Okay.
was really funny
I know
because
we
the last two
discussed it.
Saturdays they put him off of that day.
The universe enjoys a cruel joke from time to time.
It really does. Callisto is also deafened.
I'll ping her.
Okay. Just let me do my job, Sin. Goddamn. Look, I don't have anything to do right now, woman. It's my job too. Anyways, greetings, dear spirits, and welcome to the Tables of Tartarus, division of Purgatory Corner, where fate is bound by dice and stories are carved into eternity. I am your storyteller, Sinspeaks, and today we're going to be continuing the tale of King's Kindness. Take your seat at the table and let the thread of destiny unravel before you. For every story has a reader, you should always share your destiny. Sorry, share your stories. Don't share your destiny. That's a bad plan. I'm a little bit tired because I've been doing my siblings' One Piece campaign for like the last 5 hours or so. So I'm a little bit tired, but I am decently functional. But yes, we're going to do the session prompt, and then we're going to be talking a little bit about the recap, which should be fun. Sin, slow down. Look, I'm good at what I do. My words are words. I word well
One Piece
with
campaign
words.
kind of sounds fire, actually.
Huh?
One Piece campaign sounds kind of fire, actually.
It's pretty
I'm not even
fun,
a One Piece
actually,
fan,
yeah.
but I
Do you
can
get like your own
My-
imagine
devil
that would
fruits and
actually-
stuff?
It's
that's what I'm
yeah.
wondering.
A couple of us have double
I think that's
fruits.
sick
One
as
of us
fuck.
is a fishman. One of us is something entirely different. One of us has a charge blade as their weapon, which is really fucking
Are they
cool.
like custom fruits or are they fruits from the anime?
Custom ones. My one, for example, his name is
right,
Doc
cool.
Martin. And he uses the stitch fruit, so he can make threads from his fingers and use them to
that
stitch
is
people together.
amazing.
I know, right? It's so
Isn't
fucking
that
fun.
just Doflamingo's fruit?
His one is the thread
Doflamingo
fruit.
uses
I think.
strings.
Yeah, or a string fruit or something.
I guess he can kind of do similar stuff, but
His one
like-
is more puppeteer. My one is more bounding flesh together to
yeah.
create to sew up wounds.
so like Gecko
okay, that's
Mori
pretty
is
sick.
kind of like
He's the shadow guy.
no,
Yeah.
but when like he made things with so many
Oh,
other
yeah, he
people.
stuffs shadows into people.
Yeah. But yes, so we're going to do the session prompt today. I believe we're starting on Odette, if I recall correctly. I'm assuming correct. Okay. Odette, your session prompt is. And for all the people who are interested in this session prompt, you guys are also welcome to do this for your own characters as well, your own OCs or any characters that you are writing or anything of that sort. You're welcome to post them into the chat if you're interested in doing so. But it's a way to get more into your character's mind or into the person's mind and see kind of how they work around things or how they learn and understand stuff. So, Odette, does your character want to leave their mark on the world before they die? And if so, how or what do they do to leave behind as a legacy?
I don't know, dude. I think Odette's already left behind a legacy.
Do you want Concreta, or
I mean, she'll probably end up killing whatever the fuck the dude's name is, Pride,
Mhm.
which I think will add to her legacy, but I don't think she cares too much. I think it's a byproduct.
That's fair. That's fair. Alrighty. Grail. Does your character want to leave their mark on the world before they die? And if so, how or what do they want to leave behind as a legacy?
I mean, this is probably the easiest person in the group to answer this. I think it's pretty clear what Grail's plans are.
Mhm.
But to spell that out, yes, he wants to obviously create the revolution. But I guess to delve into it further, it's not necessarily about the legacy of like Grail the conqueror or Grail the king, Grail the leader, or whatever. It's more, even if he is forgotten in 100 years, 500 years, he would hope that he makes a lasting change in a society that at least tries to avoid the mistakes of the one that he's trying to fix now, if that makes sense.
Interesting.
So it's less about
Okay.
doing it for fame and personal glory. It's more about hoping that he creates a society where the suffering of his village and the problems that led to that suffering are not repeated again.
Okay, interesting. Callista appears to not be here, question mark?
She suddenly dipped.
Alright. In that case, Ortus. I have to go back to such problem. Does your character want to leave a mark on the world before they die? And if so, how or what do they want to leave behind as a legacy?
I think Ortus would kind of want the same legacy that Borin kind of has, where he's a well-renowned blacksmith. Probably, Ortus would probably want to take on some apprentices, not just for blacksmithing, but to teach them his, like tactics and everything like that. Yeah, no, Ortus, I think, would just be kind of like a Master Roshi in a way, where he like retires and just teaches people.
That'd be really cute, actually. Okay. Andrus. Does your character want to leave a mark on the world before they die? And if so, how or what do they want to leave behind as a legacy?
Absolutely not, because he cannot understand that emotional tie to anything of the sort.
Interesting.
He doesn't have
Okay.
anything. He doesn't have anything.
So the idea of leaving something behind doesn't make sense to him.
No, it doesn't make any sense to him. It doesn't. There's no need for it. He has nothing to begin with.
Okay.
There's nothing emotionally tying to him. To leave anything behind.
Interesting. All right. I like that. Do we know where Callista has gone?
I've pinged her. She hasn't responded yet.
Okay.
Internet problems, maybe.
Very possible. Very possible. I hope she's all right. Well, in the meantime, last we left off, if I recall correctly, you guys were chit-chatting with Pride for a little bit. After that, you guys had, pretty much he had left after you guys had a decent amount of conversation with him and kind of started to concrete some of the pillars of power. You guys had a conversation with Cyril, followed by a conversation with Ray, and a large quantity of your conversations that you guys have had so far have primarily been trying to figure out what to do about these pillars, what plan to make, what decision to do with these things. The kind of decision you guys have come up to so far is that you guys want to figure out if one of the pillars is Penny, or at least if she's connected to them. Most likely, that would be the Pillar of Community or the Pillar of Unity, which is quite literally the entire town funneling its, I guess, desire or care for the Unity / Pride, and kind of funneling that into more or less what would effectively be a battery, which is the center of town, probably through focal points such as either Penny or Father Morgan. The other pillar, which is the Pillar of Association, would be someone that he is closely associated to, which would be most likely Father Morgan, who is the only person, to the best of your guys' knowledge, that is close to Pride. At least closer than insert random citizen here. He's also the only person that you guys have ever seen Pride refer to by name. Everyone else, debatably with the exception of Ortus and Grail at the moment, he just calls random citizen to some degree, or you citizen, or you, or something impersonal.
Even me, or get my actual name, I could drool.
Yeah, he doesn't even get your name right when he says it. And so the third pillar is, of course, the trapped affection, which is someone that he has chained into his basement, for better or for worse. So for you guys are kind of figuring out everything, and then Callista saw one of her aunties outside, obviously chasing after the auntie. Talked with her for a bit. She basically tried convincing you guys to let Callista back with her. Callista, of course, telling her that she has an actual god inside of her, and her soul is bound to servitude at the moment. Both of which were frowned upon by her auntie, but also both of which her auntie cannot do anything about. Debatably per Fey rules, but also just because of how it's set up in Callista's life. Beyond that, Andros was told by Thorn that Thorn was essentially going to disappear, and therefore he would not be able to complete the mission that he was given by Andros's organization, and then essentially banished himself for like a minute or so. So completely just disappeared. Andros, where did you go at this point?
I think I was gonna head to the graveyard.
Interesting.
That's outside the city.
Okay. Yeah, so you would pop out of the room. Obviously, after a minute, Thorn would come back, and then he would leave separately. You would head over to the graveyard. The rest of you guys are kind of turning back towards the city, having now had the auntie left. Since Callista isn't here at the moment, we're going to look at Andros for the second. Andros, you are heading out to the graveyard. You step outside. That same feeling of desiring to come back into the city kind of washes over you.
Yes.
And it's not the it's not the greatest feeling. What are you doing in the graveyard?
I am hoping my superior would be hanging around here somewhere.
You're hoping what?
I'm hoping my my superior would be here as maybe hanging around.
You would know that they don't typically stay around for most reasons. But you do know that you do have, like, I suppose, an emergency call that you can have.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much only used in emergencies, but you're welcome to use it if you'd like. It's more or less it's a vial that you keep on you. You're not entirely sure how it works. You've only used it once or twice, but essentially you pour out the contents of the vial, and within a few minutes, the person will arrive.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. As you uncork the vial and kind of pour it onto the ground in front of you, it takes a couple of minutes, probably 5 or 10 or so. If I recall correctly, it was midday when we left off last time. So after a few minutes, there's this like short fog that kind of like passes through the graveyard before slowly lifting. And standing there is one of the, your primary caretaker of the Order of the Dead Smiles. And he's just there smiling at you. And he goes, Andres, why have you called?
I would like to inform you that Thorn is no longer up for the task. He's left. He has abandoned his given mission.
That is unfortunate. So, what have you learned about Penny in that case?
That there is a high chance that she is a pillar for Percival Pride. We're figuring out how to go about taking care of such pillar. But in retrospect, there's apparently 3 that we need to take care of, all in simultaneousness, in a sense.
Fascinating. She is a concern. Do you think that she has the power to be a bigger problem?
Currently, I can't say. She... Again, her being a pillar is somehow giving power to Percival. And if that's the case, getting rid of Percival might solve her problem in being a threat, a possible threat. And if she's no longer a possible threat, there's no reason to.
I see. Well, in that case, you have 2 decisions, and I will allow you to make one. If she is not a being that should be alive, if she has circumvented death, then you must close that wound. If she is merely a person and simply does not have an effect, such as if Pride were to die and she were to be free, then you may leave her alone, as she will not be a problem for us. Whichever one you decide, I will leave up to you.
Alright. I will, either way, the mission will be complete.
Indeed. See that it is. And as for Thorn, we will keep an eye out for where he has gone.
Alright.
Do you have any
And
more
then
questions?
Nope. Thought you would want to be informed about Thorn. So.
Indeed. Immediate inform of Thorn's actions is of great desire. He reaches into a pouch and pulls out another one of the vials and hands it to you. Use it sparingly.
Of course.
And with
We'll
that,
take the
another
vial.
fog slowly moves in, and he just kind of disappears from you.
Okay. I will then head back into town.
Cool, cool. Alrighty. The rest of y'all, although Callista is not here, you're all more or less together. I'm gonna say you guys rescaled the wall to get back into the town, so you guys are now standing next to Grail. Callista appears
Yes,
to
I never scaled
kinda be quiet.
the wall at all.
Yeah, you kind of just like peeked through. But yeah, you got to see that whole interaction, and for the most part hear it too, because you guys were close enough. So as they come back over the wall, Callista seems to be somewhat quiet, kind of in the background for the most part. What do the rest of you guys do?
I only caught bits of that. Can someone please enlighten me as to why there was a Fae here? And why they were after Callista?
I think it was one of her kooky aunts.
She did mention having those. Why were they here, though? Is this a threat we should be aware of?
I fucking don't know.
Why am I asking?
Juice is like, I don't know, man. I'm just here.
Shit. Okay. Who else was there? Was it just Odette? Was Odette, the
Odette
only
and
one?
Artus, along with Callista.
Yeah. Turn to Odette. Are they? You will know. Are they a threat?
The Fae creature?
Yes.
Oh, they're always a threat. But this specific one in this specific instance, probably not.
Right. In that case, I suppose we can disregard them for now and focus on our initial mission. Which is a relief. God knows we cannot deal with a sin as well as a Fae creature. Speaking of, we must formulate a plan to deal with these pillars.
Probably. Oui.
We have 3 pillars we must deal with. We need some way to deal with them all at once.
Well, we should probably reconvene with the rest of our party before we do such things.
I guess we are missing Andreas, and the rest of the party's not going to know that Thorn is gone
Thorn's
yet, are we?
gone.
Yeah.
Nope.
All right. All right. Let's meet back up with Andreas and Thorn then. Shall we wait at the inn?
Yeah, what I was gonna say, we probably don't know where they are, so let's go back to the inn and wait for them, I guess.
Right. In that case, we'll all head back to the inn, I suppose, and wait for Andreas
Cool.
and for the Thorn that will never arrive.
Takes about, I'd say about 10 minutes or so for Andres to get all the way there, get all the way back, all the fun stuff. Andres kind of comes back, kind of opens up the door to the same room you guys have been in and have been scheming and planning in, with an obvious lack of Thorn being around them.
That is one down.
He has left us.
Just like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Such fair weather friends you keep.
Another gone.
Well, this is gonna be a bit more difficult with one down.
Well, we could always try and recruit someone. You know.
You
Sure.
trust people enough for that?
No, but if they betray us, it just kills them.
Ah,
Jesus
yeah, well,
Christ.
This party is not but a revolving door, it seems. We cannot keep a steady list of members. This was not hard
you
enough
might
to
be
take
scaring
down a
them off.
sin. We are once again down a member. Even if we replace them, we must rebuild that trust.
Slowly stares daggers at Callista.
Right.
So,
Enough moping. We need to get to business.
Enough
I
moping.
wasn't moping, so
I was referring to
success.
Ortus.
I didn't really know that.
Then why are you moping?
I'm not moping.
You're moping.
stop, Otis. Stop moping.
I'm not moping.
Everything is all right.
Right.
Why would I be moping?
Well, I don't know. That's why I'm telling you to stop moping.
No, I'm not.
Well, stop it.
Grail's gonna have a look around. Are we like mostly isolated? Are we able to talk without being overheard?
Yeah,
Or is
you
the
guys are
tavern, like,
inside of
busy?
the inn room, so there's no one around
Oh, in the
you.
rooms.
And
Okay.
if you like yell real loudly, you'll probably be heard from the other room. But aside from that,
Right. Right. We have 3 pillars that we must take. We must do them all in quick succession so as not to alert Percival. Do we have any plans on how to achieve this? Moreover, do we have any plans on how to achieve this without harming Penelope?
Well, we. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I bet your plan's better than mine.
No, that's definitely not true. We have the 3 pillars, right? We obviously have Father Morgan is probably the personal connection, we think. Maybe, or he's like the focal point, so it's anyway. Father Morgan is probably one of the pillars, right? Now, he's probably the like personal connection one, right? Because he's like the only person that Percival like actually trusts, right? So all we need to do is like shatter Father Morgan's like implicit faith in Percival pride, and that's one pillar. The second pillar, I say we just like remove Penelope from the equation, but also I was thinking we know that the golden statue is like Percival pride's battery, right? It's like where he stores all of his like power and stuff. And I was doing a sync, and I want to try something. And Sin, I would like to send a very thin, like imperceptibly small, tendril of like black goopy blood, and attach it to the golden statue, and see if I can start draining power from it, like stealth-like, you know?
okay. I will say roll me a wisdom save real quick, since you're right next to.
Literally any other stat.
Considering you're right next to Wazi,
Okay,
you will
intelligence.
get you will get a +3 to
Constitution,
it.
Plus. Can I have guidance for this?
Let me
Thank you.
look at guidance real quick.
so 1D.
More meant the wording behind it.
Sin, please, I need this. It's funny.
Well, where the fuck is your guidance? Ah, there it is. To any ability check. Yep. Feel free. 14.
Okay, it's all right. We're okay.
18. Very nice. So as you do so, you feel a distinct, like, gross feeling. Like it washes over you like you just got coated in oil. Like it's distinctly like severely uncomfortable as you start like drawing energy out of this thing. Even the small amount that you are siphoning, it gives you just like shivers down the back of your spine and like oil covering your skin. Like it's gross.
Yeah, but I do it, right?
You do. You do get a little bit of energy from it, yes. You're not quite sure how much you can get before you violently reject it, but
You underestimate my strength of will. I will continue to drain energy passively.
okay.
Yes. Right.
don't get
So
caught.
it seems that I can drain his power slowly, and I will continue to do so. which is good, I think.
Okay.
So, but we still need to like sever the second branch, which is the townsfolk. Now, personally, I would advocate just cutting all of their heads off. But we have to like save them or whatever. So I guess we're not doing that.
Well, we just have to save the innocent ones.
I think that most people here are like innocent in some respect. So we probably shouldn't kill them.
It's true. That's true.
So that does still leave the third pillar, and the third pillar obviously is the guy in the basement who we should be able to free with very little trouble, I would think.
This is true.
Yeah, because he doesn't know we know about it.
Wait. So, I guess the question is, who's taking care of which pillar?
I thought we decided this.
Yeah, but I don't remember. My memory is very short term. You have to understand.
I seem to have forgotten too.
It's like it's been like 2 weeks or something the last 5 minutes.
Well, I think I was gonna go get the dude out of the basement.
Wasn't I going to break
Right.
Penny's faith?
Yeah.
I think you volunteered yourself to do that.
You and Callista were going
And then I got a
to.
message.
You and Callista were both going to attempt to demolish her faith in some degree, or at least find out where the core of her faith lies.
Yeah.
Her faith is more in Father Morgan, correct? Not necessarily Percival. And it is Father Morgan who has faith in Percival. If we can shatter the faith of Father Morgan, are we then not removing 2 birds with 1 stone?
I mean, potentially, but
Depends on how deeply she's sucked into this cult.
there are a great many questions and very few answers.
If Father Morgan no longer sees Percival as someone he can trust and rely on, then one would assume he would take Penelope with him. And in doing so, we've removed 2 problems from the equation at once. The question is, do we believe that Father Morgan is a particularly pragmatic man? If we confront him with the evidence that the other sins are being destroyed, is he likely to see Percival as next to fall?
Do we even need to present that evidence to him, though? Surely we just show him that Percival cannot protect him.
That is another option. Anything that cements that he cannot have trust in Percival. I lean on the fact that the other sins are being destroyed because that seemed like the easiest option. However, anything that removes him from the equation should bring Penelope and therefore leave us with far less of a problem.
Yes, very true.
You're draining the battery, and then if we shatter their
Slowly.
faith, we can quickly take the man from the basement. I doubt that he would be able to build back up the other pillars so quickly.
And then it is simply a matter of, fighting the sin of pride.
Do we believe we can convince him, is the question.
It's not a matter of if we can, we must.
It is a matter of if we can, because we may need to take other alternatives if we do not believe he could be convinced through words.
Like I said, we could just kill him.
I somehow fear that is an even more difficult task given the state of the city.
Give me like half an hour and I will have everybody's head on a platter for you. But I do not think you want that.
I have fewer qualms against the head of someone such as Father Morgan, though the innocence of this city must be kept out of this.
Surely, though, after a certain point, the people who come here are no longer innocent.
I
They
mean,
are
it wouldn't
victims.
really. Yeah.
They're victims of manipulation, of false honeyed words. They cannot be blamed for seeking a better life from someone who promises it, especially if there is undue influence through his sin. I will attempt to convince him. Though you may doubt my strengths, I am quite often very persuasive, without the use of a sword.
I mean, go for it. But should it fail, let me know. I'll be waiting.
If it fails, we can return to the initial plan of violence. We have little other choice.
Magnifique. And then I assume you, Otus, and Callista will set about convincing Mademoiselle Penelope that she is, I will say, misguided.
Supposed to be the plan, yet.
Which leaves Andrus to recover the trapped individual.
True. However, there is one problem. His restraints have enchantments on them that I was not familiar with.
Oh, well, then I suppose I should have a look at them.
Would that we had someone who could counter magic in this.
Some sort of wizard, a wizard
Right?
perhaps.
Some kind of counter magic man. Someone who's
Some sort
specialized
of
in
magical
magic.
wizard man.
Yeah.
Perhaps an
That
elf
bastard
with
up
lots of experience.
That bastard
Someone
up and
has-
left at the worst possible time.
Many years of magical knowledge. You know.
Some kind of dork. Some sort of wizard nerd. You know? If only.
Some sort
Alright,
of wizard.
Bart's response to the
I'm
next.
sorry. We're supposed to be at work.
Question: what about your friends from the other group? You think we can get a call during?
Oh no! See, I think I can handle the chains. Because you said that like enchanted, Hui.
With a number of them, yeah. With a number of spells,
Yeah,
yeah.
awesome, fantastic. No worries. See, here's the thing: Percival Pride is a smart man. Well, he's not a man. I don't know what he is, because he's not. He's not a man, right? He's not human.
Smart thing.
Anyway.
What's the thing?
He's
Yes,
a
I'm-
smart. He's a smart sin. But I think if he is as clever as I think he is,
And stay
he
out
is
of the
also
water.
very stupid. Like the dumbest man alive. So I need to have a look at the like chains and stuff. Because I think even if so the second pillar is captivity, Hui.
Yeah.
Excellent. Right. So even if he's still chained, he's not necessarily captive, right?
Possibly. He was kind of in a catatonic state of like mumbling gibberish.
Oh, that's fine. No, it's all good. I need to have a look at the chains, but I have a plan for them. So I suppose, with everything said and done, we should probably get moving, Hui. As soon as these people are freed from their like state of enrapturement with a false god, the better. Although, thinking on it, we could do all this, or we could just leave.
Good.
But that would leave
After,
Penny
because
to this.
now, if you recall, our mission was not to free the town from its enrapturement. Our mission was simply to reconnaissance, and we have reconnaissanced quite thoroughly, I might add.
That is true.
You do
Yeah.
have a point.
You are correct.
We could just leave. Let Gregory sort this shit out.
I have a sinking
Also-
feeling that if we do that, we will be sent back with a new mission. That is
I
exactly
was
what we are
about-
doing now.
I was about to say, there is a decent chance that Gregory would send all of you back to be like, okay, now that you've reconnaissanced the place, it is time for you to, deal with it. And that's a month lost at that point. So,
Since
All right.
Grail, air quote, knows Greg the best, the flip side of that may also come up to Grail, which is he might try to strike a deal with Pride. Because that's the kind of person that Greg is, for sure. Is he might look at this situation and go, how can I use this to my advantage?
Yeah.
so we just kill Greg.
Fucking
Problem
bastard.
solved.
You are
I mean, you
certainly
can, we
welcome
can't.
to do that. Yeah.
As
And while
much
I
fun
am
as-
certain you would like to attempt that, and while I'm certain you would be able to kill Gregory on his own, that creature with him was almost certainly going to make sure that is impossible for you.
Oh, the pretty lady with the funny hat.
Yes.
Wait, I mean, we could just ask her.
Why don't you ask her
You're
what it
not
would take to kill him then?
All right.
I had considered
I don't have-
striking a deal with her, however, given her tendency to play tricks, let's say.
Well,
I
I know.
thought against
Okay,
this.
so we know that she's probably like listening and stuff. So, pretty lady with the funny hat, could you like appear so I can ask you a question or two?
Everyone else kind of sees this materialize within a moment, but Odette, you just hear in your ear directly to your right, how can I help?
Hi. Yeah. No. Fantastic. Hello, pretty lady. And she'll like run a hand over her face. Oh yes, there you are. So if I like murder Gregory, will you like intercede or whatever?
You see her like as you like put your hand on her face and just like kind of like feel around. Everyone sees her face like scrunch up, like what the fuck? And like for just a moment before she like shakes her head and kind of returns to that still like poker face with that unnerving smile to most of you as she noticeably floats back a few inches. And she goes, well, it kind of depends on a few factors. I do have a contract with him to make it so, he doesn't die, but like that contract can be superseded by other contracts, but I don't usually like to play favorites for most of my contracts. So I mean, technically I would have to supersede in if you tried killing him, so like probably just like moving him around, or I could smite you, but I don't really want to do that. That like supersede his contract with you guys, because he technically has your soul and I have his soul, and then technically that means that I have your soul but not in the
But see,
exact
I'm
way.
like no. So the problem with that is though I'm uninvolved in all of that.
No, you are.
Same.
You are. That is true. That is
So
true.
that's
But I
why
do
I can
have to
stab
make
him.
it so he continues to live as long as he has a contract with me.
Oh, so wait, okay, so hold on. So the only contingency on his contract is that he has to be alive?
You see her pull out a scroll and like look through it, and alive, functioning, and able to continue doing the powers that he is able to do. Mostly the
Okay, well,
the
he can-
positional powers of him being ambassador
Well,
specifically.
that's fine. Yeah, no, I'd leave him like that. After all,
What if we?
a man,
what if
a
we
man can
brought
live
him
without his
here?
arms or legs or ears.
Well, no.
Or
If we
nose.
brought him here, and we just stab him, he'd still be alive within this town.
No, but
We
that's
fix everything.
boring. No, there's no fun in stabbing someone who cannot die. And like, sure, he cannot die technically, but he can still. The possibility is still there. You understand? It's different. It's a whole thing. Anyway, good to know that I can cut his arms and legs off at my displeasure. That is fantastic news.
You see her
Thank
kind of like
you,
scanning through the scroll, like, does it? Is it implied? Is it? Do I take the implication? No, it's not really implied.
See, that's the
Could we
thing.
not
So
cons-
many people are so stupid with their contracts. They're like, "Oh no, you cannot kill me," and so they cut their arms and legs off, and they go, "Oh, I did not consider this. It's happened multiple times. You would think that people would think of this, but no, they don't, because they're stupid
Yeah.
and they're bad at their jobs.
Yeah, maybe I did make it
anyway.
so he didn't get stabbed in the chest, but like that would like indirectly let. I mean, you would have to make it so that you would have to do it with the specific intention to cauterize the wound, because otherwise, like he would bleed out, and
of
that the
course,
intention is
otherwise
to
he would
murder.
bleed out.
But...
Yeah, no, yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you so much for your assistance in this matter. Now, regarding Percival Pride. So we
You see
have
her
like
just
nailed
standing.
down his like 3 pillars or whatever, and we have secured means of like determining how we're supposed to sever the pillars or whatever. What happens when we do? Does he like shine and then like there's an explosion of like an armor or something and he's vulnerable? Like, what happens?
Good question.
Like, how will we know that the 3 pillars are broken? Because, like, that's a problem. I'm not good with the like metaphysical stuff, so I don't know if like we shatter all 3 pillars. Will there be like a fireworks or something? Like, how do we know that it's worked? I guess is my question. Do you understand the question? Like, do you understand where I'm coming from? I don't know whether the pillars will be broken or not, and I don't want to be wasting my time stabbing someone who can't die.
I'm just imagining her just staring out into the void right now. Complete, like, just...
She's like scanning through the scroll, like slowly looks up and you goes, "Oh, I didn't realize you were talking to me."
Who else would I be talking to? These people? They don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
I mean, do they know? She like looks at Andrus. Do you know?
No.
Oh. Well, yeah, this is who talked to me. Yeah.
We're not the sin hunters. We don't know what we're doing.
Oh. I don't think they would know the answer either. I mean, she kind of like shrugs and she goes, "I've never fought Sin before, so, I mean, I guess technically there would probably be like, I mean, he could probably double over or something if you're looking at him, I suppose. It definitely have like a physical reaction. I'm not really sure if there would be like fireworks. I could make fireworks happen if he has like a double over, but like,
For free?
That's a good question. I should make you do a contract for that, huh? She pulls out another scroll.
No, we're not doing a contract for fireworks.
Damn it. It'd be so much fun.
No, it wouldn't. No, just listen. Will there be a physical sign if his like 3 pillars are severed?
Oh yeah,
Queen or
100%.
no? Okay, fantastic. That's all I needed to know.
You're welcome.
You're a very strange lady. I like you.
Thank you. I try my
stabbable?
best.
Do you die?
It's a good question. She starts fiddling with her ring again. I don't really know the answer to that.
Great. And Odette will just like push her out the window.
She's so like
floating, right?
she's
So
just
Odette
over like floating.
opens the window and just like pushes her out and then closes the window again.
You see
like
her
a
like
fucking
you see her
balloon.
just floating out there. She stands straight up and slowly goes down as she grabs her hat and tips it to you.
Right. So, we have our 3 like branches, which is good. We need to wait for Callista to return before we. But I feel like this is it, right? Like this is the big moment. We break all 3 pillars. We regroup. We capture Percival. What if he just leaves?
His name is Pride, and you really think he will flee from adversary?
Clee.
One would think
Like-
that these sins have to live
He's
up to their
prideful. He
names,
doesn't.
lest
It
they
doesn't mean
lose
he's
them.
cowardly.
But discretion is the better part of valor. The man is not stupid. What if he just
Sure.
like teleports away and starts again?
As someone who is quite prideful myself, I would certainly think that he would be unwilling to back down from a challenge, even if it is foolish. And I imagine that he is somehow even more prideful than myself.
Well, it isn't
see-
the name.
Maybe that's because, yeah.
Well, here's the thing: he could still be prideful and run away. It doesn't matter. He's denying the fact that he ran losing.
Yeah, he just
has to run
would
with
lie
pride.
about it, right?
Right. He'll just end up saying it's a tactical reason to do so.
Yeah, he's advancing to the rear or something.
Then we
I mean, I
call
could go
him out.
ask him, I suppose.
We destroy the pillars and we call him out.
I mean, that might work. I don't know.
him
I'm just saying,
cowards.
as a possibility, if he leaves, what's
Tell
our
him that
backup
he
plan?
is. The answer is quite. Grail gets like almost a grin on his face, which is disturbing because he does not often smile. The answer is simple. We tell him that if he flees, he must be even weaker than his slain brethren.
Damn.
Okay.
Given how
Okay,
much
that
these
might-
guys, given how much these sins appear to have a sibling rivalry, there is no way in hell any of them would back down from that, let alone one whose name is pride.
He's not wrong.
You make you do make an excellent point. All right, so
Just in case, we should probably lock down the city, though. In some
no,
way, shape, or
no.
form.
So how do we? Can we stop him from like teleporting? Can he teleport?
A good question.
In his house,
Maybe I
when
would-
we were in, when we were actually sitting, when we were in his house, did we see any like circles of teleportation?
Nope.
Of
To the
any
best
sort?
of your
Yeah.
guys' knowledge, teleportation exists in fantasy.
Okay, see, normally I'd be like, yeah, cool, but we are dealing with something approaching a god, so like.
That is true. So
Yeah.
if he has the ability to teleport, you would have no idea how to counter that because teleportation isn't a thing except in actual myth.
Cool.
Teleportation exists in fantasy, like a fantasy RPG that we might all be playing right now.
Right.
This fantasy?
Wow. Wow.
All right. Well, Ortus, you go find Callista and recruit her for the cause. Grail, I suppose you are going to go convince Vaza Morgan. Andrus and I will go deal with the prisoner.
Could also work out because we don't know if he's actually in his place anyway, too. Well, between
Right.
the two of us, someone needs to distract him to get in.
And you are quite good at that from what I've seen.
Distracting or getting in?
Yes. But I was thinking if I need to look at the chains to confirm their, like, status,
Yeah.
status, then you should
Yeah, I
probably
could
run
cast-
distraction.
I could cast invisibility on you.
Oh, yeah, true. That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Oh, one thing. Hold on. Gotta do my hydration. One thing that you guys would know, pseudo teleportation, such as Dimension Door, for example, has been attempted to be countered by Penny specifically in the sewers. So if there's
Yeah, we know that that Dimension Door exists.
so if there's any way to counter teleportation, Penny would be the answer.
So
Now,
short teleportation is a thing. Not
Short
long
teleportation,
distance.
thing,
Yeah.
but not
Yeah.
long distance. I mean, to be fair, Dimension Door is still like 200 feet. But, Sin, a question. Because I'm a greedy bitch. Because we're going into what feels like the final battle. Can we have a cheeky level up?
Not yet.
Damn it.
We gotta break
All
the
right.
pillars.
Do we get a level per
Technology.
pillar?
Insane.
Per pillar. Yeah, we go up 3 levels. Perfect for fighting, Pride. We just,
Exactly. We are missing one other person now.
Yeah, that's true. All right. This plan seems feasible.
All right.
Grail, do you know where Callista went? Do you have any word so far?
I do not think she'll be joining us today.
Okay. Cool. Okay. I will adjust then. Cool. All right.
Looks like you're on your own, Ortus. You got to convince Penny by yourself.
Yeah.
Well, we can wait
So-
to see how my discussion with Father Morgan goes first, and then we
Ah,
can see
true.
if we can just break Penny off individually if necessary, and then if we succeed at that, maybe we can reconvince Father Morgan. Because we will have to see.
Unless you want to do just Father Morgan and just Penny, and then do the last the pot later.
Well, I kind of want Callista to interact with Penny along with Ortiz, because those are the two that have known Penny the most and have gotten the closest to Penny.
Okay.
So we can always do Father Morgan and the chains, and
Right.
then
Yeah. We'll do that.
see where we end up time-wise.
Okay, I think that'll work.
Let's start with that. Yeah.
So who wants to do that first? Do we want to go with Grail first, or?
I'm happy to go first.
I'm not first. Yeah, let Grail go first.
Okay, cool. So your group splits up, intent on doing what you need to do, and Grail, you start heading towards the church, as that is almost certainly where Father Morgan is going to be. It's midday, about 2 p.m. or so the church is fairly consistent, going in and going out, people popping in, popping out, as would be expected. And as you go up front, obviously a lot of people are still talking to Penny, like they're kind of off to the side for the most part. There's a lot going to Father Morgan for advice, for interaction, for conversation, whatever it might be that they need, even some confessions of some sort. And he's willing to help. Are you going to step into the line to talk with him, or are you going to wait for possibly several hours? What was your plan?
I will step into the line.
Okay.
I want to respect the people that are there clearly needing help, but also I'm not going to wait around.
Fair.
forever.
All right, you listen to the many people talking to him. As I said, it's mostly like having him talk about their lives. They're talking to him about advice that you can give them, or reassurance in some cases, things like that. As the line moves, it's probably another 20 minutes or so before you eventually get up to Father Morgan. Obviously, a couple people in front of you, kind of tears, talking to him, like just kind of spewing their hearts to him for the most part. You recognize it's probably a somewhat daily reaction for the most part. And as you walk up to Father Morgan, people in front of him away, he looks at you and goes, "Ah, Grail, what do I have the pleasure to see you today?"
I have a matter I would care to discuss in private, if you so please.
He kind of looks behind you. There's a decent amount of people behind you, and he goes, are you willing to wait for a little while?
How long would that be?
20 more
I
minutes?
I care not to disrupt the people. 20 minutes, you say?
Yes. Let me get through a couple of people and allow it to filter down a little, and I will divert them over to Penny.
I can wait.
He
Grail
nods.
will give a
And
nod and simply stand to the side.
Cool. And he does so. About 15 minutes in or so, he starts kind of diverging over to Penny, like stepping closer to her and moving people and kind of into her line, kind of fusing the two of them together. And he puts a hand on his shoulder, says a few things. She nods at him, and at about the 20-minute mark, he kind of distances himself away from that. He looks at you, nods, and he actually brings you into Penny's room. And he's like, "Come with me."
All right. Grail enters as well, and I guess we shut the door behind us.
Yeah, he closes the door. It's pretty much soundproof in here. So after you close the door, you don't hear anything outside. You're fairly confident you won't be hurt either. And he goes, "How can I help you? What is on your mind?"
I must ask, what it is that what it is that Percival Pride does to earn your faith in him.
An interesting question. Years of dedication, I suppose. We've known each other for, 20-something years, I believe. I met him inside of Harmonious Haven. He wanted to do something with his, I suppose, charisma, as you might call it. He wished to guide and help, and I wished to create unity, a thing that the Harmonious Haven does not quite live up to its name for. So we came over here and set on for that goal, and we have achieved it to a degree. He's a very focused man, and I take pride in the idea of his focus.
Pride, you say? One must be careful not to indulge too much in their sins, correct? And as I say sins, I'm gonna I want to pay attention and see if that elicits any response from him.
Roll me an insight check.
Right, this is potentially not great, but we try. Where are you, insight? It is -1, damn it. Damn it. It's so close to like a 19. That is not great.
As you're attempting to read him, you're not really getting much. It seems to be a thing for most of the people you've encountered here where, stone facing is their natural state. You know for a fact that Penny doesn't. You're not even sure if Penny has a poker face. But especially Father Morgan, he seems to do things in a sort of measured capacity. As you're trying to read him, you can't really get much from him. But he just smiles at you and he goes, I suppose you could say that all things are equal in balance, from love to hate to pride to satisfaction.
I was really fucking hoping I would get a lead here. In that case... Yes, but sins can be one's downfall, no? The same way that some, such as wrath, or what were the other ones? What were the other ones that we know were taken out? They were mentioned.
You know that lust disappeared, and envy has been contained.
I've heard the downfalls of those due to their wrath, lust, or even envy.
No, I'm actually.
Do you not
curious.
think pride would follow? Uh-oh.
Still very stone-faced. You are getting absolutely nothing off of him. It really is like trying to read a blank wall. And that you are getting a very unnerving feeling from his smile, especially due to your time inside of your militia, talking with diplomats, talking with ambassadors and the like. That measured smile, you can't read anything from it. But you know for a fact, whenever somebody really has a measured, contained, like, poker face smile, you know when they're hiding something. You just can't tell they're hiding something. This gives you that same, like, kind of shivers down your back of, like, he's not saying something. And it's very unnerving to you. And he goes, yes, I suppose if you are too wrathful or lustful for your desires or envious of what others have, that would be a problem. It is good that in the Church of Harmony we encourage you to accept yourself and accept others as they are. Wrath is unneeded, sloth is unneeded, envy is unneeded.
But what happens if one also loses their pride?
Pride in oneself is deeply important. It allows you to understand where you have come from and where you are going. Too much of it can be bad, and too little can be a shame. Why do you ask, Grail?
Fuck, how do I respond? I'm meant to be the only questioning here. I'm the interrogator. Oh, it is just a trail of thoughts I have had from a group of acquaintances I've met who have
I
been
see.
dealing with similar issues, so to speak.
Indeed. Well, I
Led me
do hope
led
they're
me
able
to
to figure
think
it out.
of such things.
And what
Do you
have
not
you
perhaps worry
decided upon?
that your investment in pride and a lack of contingencies against perhaps ego death, so to speak, is a threat, is of concern?
Are you asking if I am concerned by the status of Percival?
I ask if you are concerned about having your eggs in one basket.
I see. I'll roll his static face again. All right, man, he's keeping one fucking hell of a
hell.
poker face. he is holding that steady, and he goes, "It is important to keep your friends close and your enemies closer, I would say. I have no reason to doubt Percival. He has managed to do exactly as he says he would have in all the time that I have known him. Should I have reason to doubt him, Grail?"
All right, I would like to, as I say this next line, do so with an intimidation roll, if you so please, to try and break that stone face.
Interesting. Feel free to do so.
You got this.
Well, if we are to say that one's mind is a palace, must one be careful not to damage the pillars that hold it up?
Ooh,
and I will
interesting. Okay.
roll like I'm saying this menacingly. Are you kidding me?
13's not bad. 13 is not bad. Let's see if he can hold this stone. Almost was a 17. You can see a bead of sweat dripping down his forehead. It's not super clear, but you do seem to have some kind of effect on him. And he goes, "Indeed, it is important to keep the foundation of your house cared for, or else it will crumble. Do you seek to break some kind of foundation, Grail?"
I am going to poignantly avoid answering this because I feel like I have the upper hand here and I'm not in... I do not have to answer him. So I'm just going to continue. You see, I do support the idea of unity. In fact, I would say that in that regard, you and I share an identical goal. Unite people, bring them together, avoid the suffering that has plagued this world. I see that in Pride you have seen a solution to this. One you can follow and seek help in achieving this goal. Though I cannot help but think that once my kingdom is made, once my revolution succeeds, you would be far better off as a member of my allegiance instead.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. He looks at you, and you see his posture change almost completely from the kind of older, like father, like kind of hands clasped in front of him, to he moves his hands behind him and kind of straightens up a little bit, and he goes, "Are you saying you would like to take the place Mr. Percival Pride and lead this community, this unity, to higher heights, Mr. Grail.
I merely state that if the pillars of this community were to fall and the people were to lose that pride, there is recompense. You have an alternative.
Interesting.
And I do believe we are on shaky foundations indeed.
Well, if those foundations were to shake, and the second pillar were to give, then I suppose if the community were to see the travel within your unity in a better light, then I would have but no course to follow the wishes of the many, and the unity provided to you.
If there is one thing I do see myself achieving, it is leading the people and earning their trust. This is a course of action I believe I can support. I only
Taking
hope
the
that
trust
you can
of
instead
those.
find...
Hmm?
I do hope that you can find faith in me, and as well, perhaps convince Penelope to also do so. As a former comrade of mine, I suspect you would have little difficulty there.
Penny is
From there,
a
we only need to hope
fascinating-
those that are enraptured, so to speak, find freedom from their beliefs.
Penny is a fascinating child. She loves this place with all of her heart. Her feelings are not towards the church exactly, but is more, we care for her. We care about who she is and who she has frequently been abandoned because of.
I see.
To care for her and to make it so that she trusts you is not something I can do. I have, to a degree, put the faith of the community within her. She has learned very well the community and their love and desire for her. She is a conduit of sorts for their love and affection. As such, I can convince her of nothing, but where she goes, the people will follow. She has more faith in... They have more faith in her than they even do myself. You would have to convince her to separate herself from the known and to side with the unknown, with your party. Can you do that, Gray?
I may not be able to, but there are those who certainly can.
Percival Pride has done much for this community. He has done much for this city, and he has led well. To convince her would be difficult, as you would have to convince her that the person who has shown her some of the greatest love is someone who you wish to kill.
I've achieved the impossible before, and I shall do it again.
Best of luck. If Penny were to side with your group, then like the community, I will have no recourse but to follow. I trust in Penny, and I trust in her faith. Where her faith lies, unity does as well. For now, that isn't pride. But pride is simply an ideal. And you seem to have a lot of it, Mr. Grail.
I am nothing if not an ideals man. May your faith remain strong until the other pillars show signs of cracking then.
It always has, and it shall forever.
With that, Grail is going to give a military bow, and he will leave the room.
You see him bow as well. It's not quite as formal as yours, but it's definitely military. This man absolutely has served in some capacity in the past. And as you're like kind of turning to go and leave the room, you see his entire like kind of demeanor, his entire like body positions and stuff change back into that like older kind of like church kind of position as he starts just kind of slowly following after you.
Grail, as he leaves, Grail has a slight smug look on his face, happy that he did correctly read Father Morgan as more of an opportunist rather than a like dedicated friend.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that is my job done.
Cool, cool. All right. And you'll see Penny has a long line of people. That shit's gotten long. Father Morgan, of course, comes forward and they start to kind of maneuver back into kind of separating the lines once again. And he starts taking like the majority of Penny's load and just kind of talking to the people. We're going to move over to Andrus and Odette. You guys exit the inn as Grail heads over to the church. You guys, of course, see the statue and his his shack in the middle of the area. You don't know if he's in there. He most likely is, based on him leaving previously. But you guys aren't 100% sure if he is.
Right. Now the question is how are we going to figure out if he is in there without him detect, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
At least right away.
I mean, you could just knock on the door. Like,
Could.
again, if one of us is intending on distracting him, then I don't see the...
Well, as we discussed, you're the one going in to go see the chains.
Yeah, so...
Problem is the next problem would have to be the fact that it's under a trapdoor, under a rug.
Yeah, true.
So...
I mean, but the thing, like, we're planning on shattering all 3 pillars now, right? So, like, it's only a matter of getting in there. That's the issue. Like, once we're sort of in, then it doesn't matter as much, you know? Like, it doesn't matter if he sees the rugs being moved because in short order we're going to like.
I mean, he was pretty lazy in trying to cover it in the first place, too.
Yeah.
So.
I guess it, like, if we're planning on shattering all 3 pillars, then it stands to reason that we don't really need to worry about. Like, we just need to get in there and keep him distracted for that long. It doesn't matter if the rug's moved, if he doesn't notice it in the time that you're distracting him.
Right. I'm more so worried on you being invisible, going to open the trap door, and then him hearing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I getcha.
Because sight would be fine. It's sound, and I don't want him fucking hearing that shit. I would need to somehow bring him away far enough so he can't really exactly hear too much of it.
Okay, I don't suggest this lightly. And feel free to shoot it down. But we know that pride swings both ways.
You want me to try to seduce him, don't you?
If
think
no
he-
other option is available to us, then that is a last resort, yes.
You think the small gay twink here can do? Okay.
He
I
does
will
swing. He
lie.
does swing in many ways, but it depends on how
I
you
did not
irk
add
him.
the qualifier gay here. I was not sure of Andrew's sexuality.
Well, no, because remember the barkeep was like suspicious of the three of us going upstairs, and I had like Andrew said, "I'm gay."
Oh, true. Yeah, I vaguely remember that. But like if nothing else, the option of seduction does lie available to us.
Mhm.
But
You could
I would
also
not
piss
force
him
you
off.
to do that.
I could piss him off, or I could do both.
That works. Anger works just as well, to be honest.
This man's super prideful himself, who believes that he bagged and tagged two of the hottest men in the entire town.
You're telling me his dick's not all that?
So there's a lot you can do with his pride.
I won't
But
lie
yeah.
to you. I literally was thinking of this as an idea too.
Like, seduction lies available to us as an option.
Jesus.
Again, I
So-
won't lie. I was just thinking of that before you suggested it as a possibility.
Good.
Because the
Especially with
advantage
how
as
I-
well...
How I dressed my character
Yeah, the
to be an
advantage with...
Egyptian twink-looking dude.
The other advantage with seduction is that he probably, if you've drawn him away to like a hotel, then he's definitely not there to like hear anything, you know?
Right. Yeah. Should give you plenty of time to look
So,
over
like-
what you need to, figure
'Cause
out what
I-
you need to do to then get rid of it.
Yeah, because I assume we are operating on the assumption that we are severing all three pillars like now. Yes, we're not like delaying or whatever.
Within the next hour or so. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Couple of hours. Yeah.
Cool beans.
So-
All right. Odette will operate with maximum impunity then.
Let
Okay.
me double check some stuff real quick.
You
How
checking,
can I
like,
seduce this
Andrew's
man?
charisma or?
I mean,
Surprisingly,
Although
not
to
that
be-
high.
To be honest, also it probably doesn't really matter with pride because like it's pride, you know.
Okay. Yeah, you don't
is
really
true.
have to. You don't have to really be all that charismatic. You just have to really beat the shit out of his pride. What would you guys like to do?
So, which plan are we going with then? Are you going to attempt to seduce him?
I mean, I can give it a try at least. If it doesn't seem like it's going to end up working, I can always just piss him off.
Yeah, and then draw him away. And once you have
Yeah.
drawn him away, then I will tackle the else, because I can get in fairly easily, thankfully.
Especially with the invisibility. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. So I will.
Oh my god.
What do you? How long does this work? It's an hour. Yeah, up to an hour concentration.
Mm-hmm.
Just double checking as well. All right, because it lasts for an hour. We probably want to do it before we come around the corner to go to his house. All right,
Yes. Yep.
I will do that.
Mm-hmm.
I will cast invisibility on Mel, or not Mel. Yeah, Odette, and
Same difference.
I'm gonna go up to the door, and I'm gonna knock.
Okay. As you knock, just that nice normal dun 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 dun. You see him just like open the door. He opens it all the way. He just kind of like he looks forwards, then he slowly looks down. Oh.
Ha.
Hello there. How can I help you?
I don't
Trustful
believe
pride
them.
at your service.
I don't believe what they were telling me. I don't think they. I don't believe
he looks at you with
Grail
like
and-
he looks at you with like a genuine like he's taken back for a second. He says, "What?"
Andrews is just standing there crossed-armed. He's just, I don't believe him. He's kind of like scant, and he's physically looking up and looking down, looking up on him, and it's just, I don't believe it. I don't
Believing
see
who? Who are you talking
Graelyn
about, child? Oh.
Graelyn or Toos.
Ah. What don't you believe from Gruel?
That they had a great night with you. I can't see I can't see the appeal. I don't know. I mean, they said they had a great night. I don't really see it.
He kind of like folds his arms in front of him, almost looking indignant. He goes, Are you saying that you don't think they had a wonderful? I mean, sure, we might not have slept in the same bed. I think they might have, but they had a wonderful night.
That's what they were telling me.
Yeah. They. I mean, I woke up to them on the floor, so I assume that they had such a good time they just kind of left me to my own devices. You know, I do that.
Yeah, I still don't believe. I mean,
What do you mean? Don't
I mean,
believe them? You don't believe
I
what
don't-
Toos?
No, I don't believe that they said that they had a great time because, like, and he's gesturing to. I'm not really seeing anything spectacular.
What you mean?
In a
He kind of like raises his arm, like flexes his bicep. He's like, "Look at this! It's better than Artusa's."
I mean, dude, I won't lie. I've been around with orcs that have looked a little bit more spectacular looking than you.
He looks almost insulted. He goes, "Are you saying I don't look as good as an orc? You saying that my arms do not compete with the orcs? I'll have you know I have arm wrestled many orcs in the past."
Oh, I'm not talking in that aspect. I'm talking some other aspects.
He kind of like looks you up and down for a minute and goes, "What other aspect are you talking about? You got the arms. I mean, I got some sweet thighs." He kind of like taps his thighs.
I don't know. I mean,
That's a great pair of legs. What about the third one?
I mean, you got thighs, but they're not thighs. You know? I just
Slowly looks down at his thighs. He just goes, They are but aren't. Are you okay, child?"
I'm saying they're thighs, but they're not the best thighs I've seen.
They're not the best Whose thighs have you seen that are better than mine?
I've seen some pretty damn good ones from the orcs down south.
You clearly have not seen them in their full glory.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see me after I do like some squats? They're ripping thighs.
I mean, squats are nice and all, but I'm talking like the more intimate stuff.
Oh.
You know, the stuff behind closed doors and stuff. You know what I mean?
Wait, are you saying that you think an orc has had sex better than I can?
I can guarantee it. I
I'm
have
fucking
already.
No, there's no way. That's like saying that I can't forge better than a dwarf.
Odette, what the fuck are you doing during this entire conversation? I need
Am
to
I
know.
supposed to be doing something? I'm enjoying this. This is great. She's invisible and watching. She's like, is internally, of course. Does Andrus not know how to flirt? Has Andrus never flirted before? I don't understand.
No.
What is happening?
Andreas doesn't know how to flirt in the way of words. He knows how to flirt with the way of the body.
Oh, buddy.
I love that. Odette's just watching Andros like fumble, and like fucking Pride is just like, I can't fuck better than, or I can forge better than a dwarf. I can make magic better than elves. I can fuck better than an orc.
Would you say, Sin, that that Pride is currently extremely distracted?
Extremely distracted, yes.
All right, I'm gonna use. Can I cast magic without breaking invisibility?
Yes, unless it's a combat spell to the best of my knowledge. Let me double check.
It's my concentration. As long as I'm concentrating,
Oh,
then
cool.
I can see.
In that
should be
case,
fine.
I will cast Invisible Servant. Use it to crack open one of the windows, as I've done in the past. And make my way inside, I guess.
I will. Let's see, because this is Andrus having to focus on. They're doing two different focuses. Andrus, roll me a Constitution save with advantage.
Alrighty.
This is a very, very complicated spell you're trying to hold up, but you are able to hold up. That'll work.
Yay.
So yeah, the unseen servant goes off without a hitch as you get through the window and start to do that. Pride's just like, there's no possible way that you think an orc can outdo me.
I mean, there's only one way to find out.
Well, let me see if he understands that subtext. No. And he
What do
goes,
you mean, no?
he goes, I don't have an orc to fuck. What do you mean?
No. Andreas is just like, God, you're just like some orcs though. And intelligence-wise.
He's a very
No,
prideful
no,
person. He's not a very smart
no.
person.
Right, no.
Yeah, no, I'm
No.
getting that.
No,
It's like, what do you mean there's only one way?
I have. And I can compare. I can definitely compare.
He kind of
You know?
he kind of stares at you for a minute, kind of looking you up and down. He goes, "You're so small."
That's gotta be racist.
Can I I want to do some acrobatic shit. I'm going to do the fucking body twisting and shit like that.
You want
Just
belly
show how
dance?
flexible and shit. Not belly dance, just like the flexibility. Like I want to do like bend back and then like kind of like cartwheel kind of thing, kind of stuff like that. And just show how
Sure.
flexible I am.
Roll me performance.
You're
Damn.
fucked.
Jesus Christ.
Do you know those like the circus acts with the really like twisted knot, like the knot people
Yeah.
that just like it's that level of shit. The people that like tie themselves into knot, like it's just that shit.
The
It's, like,
contortionists.
they're-
Contortionist?
The contortionist, yeah, there you go. Thank you. It's just that.
For like a solid several minutes. Well, or Det is, getting into the basement and stuff. Solid several minutes pass as he's just staring at you in genuine confusion. And he goes, "Huh. Would an orc be into you? Huh."
I have been
You
with many
strong?
orcs, yes.
This man is the dumbest motherfucker I've ever
I know.
He's just like, he's staring at you, like you can see the wheels in his head trying to turn as he goes, "What would they? Huh."
Would you like me to clarify what I'm trying to say to you?
Yes.
I'm saying that I have slept with many orcs.
Uh-huh.
I have experience with orcs.
Which
If I
is
were to
very
sleep
strange
with
to
you-
me.
Yeah, if I were to sleep with you, I can compare you to the orcs that I have slept with already. And tell you if you compare them or not.
You are correct. You are correct.
And being
Alright, shall we
small,
do it in the bed?
Let's go to the inn, actually. You gotta, you know, get relaxed. You gotta let your body relax and everything. And, you know, get to know each other too. I mean, we got off the wrong foot earlier.
Well, you are an
just
asshole.
How... So are you. We're both assholes.
You know, you make a fine point on that.
You're about to fuck mine, apparently, too.
So crass.
So
wait, why inside of a hotel when we have more privacy here, or inside of a tavern?
The tavern has rooms, private rooms.
But but my room is private. No one ever comes in here.
Yeah, but people walk by and they can easily hear it compared to the rowdiness of the inn with music.
I guess you would shout. Are you loud?
If you want me to be.
I hate that response, but I love it.
I love how I'm just killing this in over here.
It's like, I don't think I've ever met somebody quite as crass as you. Alright, well, as Ortu said, I must learn mortal pleasures, I suppose. It's like his.
You have not met anyone like me.
It's like his what do you call it? His hangover remedy. You can only experience it where it is, I suppose. Lead on, boy. Well, I guess that'd be weird. That'd be awkward. Hold on, I have to think of a new name for you.
I'm 20. I'm mid-20s. I am in my mid-20s. I'm just really short. Which, from what I've been told, is what a lot of the orcs enjoyed.
He has some interesting orc friends. Most of mine like really big women.
Hey, it's a new experience for you then.
I suppose. I'll call you... I don't know. Purple?
My name's Andreas, by the way.
Andy. We'll go with that.
Fair.
Lead on, Andy.
Yeah. And I will turn around and lead the way.
Fair enough. While this has been going on, this horrifying horror show of flirting, or in his case, obliviousness, Odette,
did he just leave the fucking door open, by the way?
Nah, he would close it. He would close it.
Okay.
He'd walk close it behind, continue on towards you. But yeah, so Odette, you've gone down into the basement. Well, you know, you can hear most of this going on from the little trap door and such, as they are fairly close to it. And
Yep.
Well, Death and Greta or Andros and Pride 100% has been worse.
Deeply cursed conversation happening at the
Deeply
door.
cursed. But yeah, so you head down here.
Odette's not gonna open the door until Pride leaves. Like, she's not gonna risk him, like, even in this confused whatever's going on over there, she doesn't want to risk him hearing anything, so she's not going to open the trapdoor until he fucks off.
Alright, cool. So yeah, you see him close the door. You can vaguely hear through it just random muttering, well, not muttering, but random statements he's saying to Andros as you open up the trapdoor, start heading down into the basement. And you see the same thing that Andros did previously, which is it's a pretty barren, about, I would say, 10 by 10 room. There's the dude kind of sitting in the middle. He's chanting in who knows how many different languages. I don't think you speak a single one.
I speak Infernal.
Oh, you do speak
French.
Infernal. Yeah. So you would get various different like words from it, but nothing that you can really concretely say. It's like yeah, broken sentences. He's saying at least 5 languages per sentence. So you're getting like word after word.
Sure.
There's the chains that lead into the wall, which are pretty solidly embedded into this wall.
All right. In that case, I guess Odette will start examining the chains.
Okay. As you look over the chains, let's see. You do have Detect Magic as an innate ability, I believe.
Yeah, I'm passively always casting Detect Magic.
Very impressive. Okay. So you're seeing a lot of the same stuff that Andros did, which is it has many different spells overlain on top of it, of many different schools. A lot of them are protection magics, some of them are shield magics, barrier magics. Like there's a lot of different magics laid on top of each other.
Interesting. All right. How much of Pride's magic would I have drained in the time that has elapsed?
Not a
his,
super
like-
significant amount. You're welcome to try to increase
Okay,
that quantity if you'd like.
Yeah, he's distracted by the twink. So, assuming that he is sufficiently distracted by sexy times with
Yep.
Andros, she's going to up the drainage of magic from his battery.
All right. Roll me another wisdom save, but with advantage.
Okie dokie. I wish I was near Grail.
Oh, that advantage
Never
was
mind, it's-
necessary.
It was useful, yeah.
as you start draining more, that feeling washes over you much harder. Like you are like it really feels like bile is creeping up your throat from the feeling of this.
That's right.
It is bypassing most of your normal, like, you don't care, like, about blood or anything like that. It's, like, not a normal grossness. It is a physical affliction to you, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
But you are able to endure it in your head as, like, it's creeping into the back of your head, if that makes sense.
Yep. No worries. Alright, so the chains have a bunch of spells on them, yeah?
Yeah.
Can I... Because obviously most of the blood that I have here is stored underground.
Mm-hmm.
I want to pull some of it through and see if I can drain the magic off of these chains.
Oh, that's fascinating. All right. You are able to get the blood
Since-
to pull on through the walls. Like, that's not particularly difficult for you to do, considering you have massed a large quantity of it at this point. I'm assuming you're going specifically for the black blood.
Yeah.
Okay.
The weird... Like, because I assume the red blood does it as well, but the black blood feels, like, easier to control, if that makes
Yeah.
any sort of sense.
The red one feels more like, I suppose, lifeblood, I suppose you could call it, where it's like you can manipulate that super easily. Anytime you made like the bird or anything, it's been using red blood. The black blood feels like almost tainted, if that makes sense. It feels distinctly different. But definitely the black blood seems to capture more than the red blood is free flowing.
So yeah, I'll bring some of the black blood through and see if I can't drain the magic off of it.
Sounds good. You pull the black blood over and kind of surround the chains with this blood. 11's not bad. As these chains kind of get compressed by this blood, you can feel almost like a cracking sound. It's not like a physical crack, but you can almost feel it in your head as you can, having detect magic on constantly, you can actually see that these chains are having the magic spells overlaid on top of them actually funnel into your blood. And the blood, the cracking sound that you're hearing is the blood turning into like a solid substance and then basically disintegrating.
Ew. But is it working?
Yes, it is removing the spells. The blood itself is
Well-
dissolving with the spells, but the
It's a good thing I have several gallons of the stuff.
yeah, you 100% planned very well for that. So it does take around, I would say, probably 1.5 gallons of blood to get the magic off of these chains. And it's quite a hefty toll on you. Almost like like the same physical toll. As these chains are now just like metal chains, essentially. They don't have any magical potential to them anymore.
Excellent. Alrighty. I'm going to assume that Pride is still distracted. It seems like a
Yes.
reasonable assumption.
I would say it's been probably about 15 minutes now. Address, you've probably gotten to the tavern with them. Are you trying to Are you trying to get him to drink beforehand, or?
Drink, loosen up, get to know, better, try to stall it a little bit as much as possible from it happening, as well as giving as much time to Odette as possible as well.
Cool. Yeah, so he...
Because I know we were given... We were given a decent time frame. I think we were working on about 2 hours. So Odette knows she has some time before... Well, before she needs to actually, free this person, and also before, Pride will be back.
Yeah.
So I think Odette's going to probably leave the dude there for the moment.
Okay.
Well, he's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And probably set about... She's going to go check out Pride's book collection. And see
Interesting.
if he has any books that, would give them a hand up.
Okay. Is there anything specific you're looking for, or?
No, she's just going to scan all the bookshelves, check them thoroughly, sort of thing.
Okay.
But she's not looking for anything specific.
Roll me a perception check.
No worries. Perception. Oh, that's not good.
Oof.
0.
Alrighty. You are finding... You're not finding anything that is of any particular help in almost any way, shape, or form. You were, scanning through a lot of the different books, kind of, reading passages and stuff, kind of, seeing if you can do it. A lot of them are about him. A lot of them are about his adventures. About the things you've noticed, about the people he's talked to. A lot of it's boring. A lot of it's legitimately kind of boring. There's a couple of, fantasy books, and journeying books, but, you can tell there's, they're very oriented towards him being, air quote, the main character, or having, a fantasy trip, or whatever the fuck it might be. There's... I guess some romance, but you can tell they've never been touched. There is a thick layer of dust over all the romance books, and there's a couple of smut books, one of them has been touched, and every other one of them is just covered in 5 layers of dust. This shit has not been touched in God knows how many years, but one of them, which has slightly less dust on it, he has almost certainly touched it exactly once.
Okay, sure.
Aside from that, you're really not getting anything. He's definitely not a romance guy.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise
Clearly.
me at all.
Yeah. He definitely has main character
Water
syndrome.
is wet. Kitchen found in fork.
Yeah, he
That one doesn't even work as a sentence, but we're just gonna roll.
kitchen found in fork.
Kitchen found in fork. You know
That
how
about
it be.
sums up
when
this
you
man.
find your kitchen and your fork. Yeah.
That about sums him up. Yeah, that's about who he is. Kitchen found in fork is about who he is.
Yeah, cool.
All right.
So yeah, I will wait. I'd say Odette would give it an hour
Okay.
total. And once that hour has passed, she will set about freeing old mate from his chains.
Cool. Andros, you know for a fact that an hour is going to pass without you guys getting down and dirty, because once you get this man talking about himself, he don't stop.
That's what he thinks sex is just talking about oneself.
Yeah, you say, yo, we should get to know each other. You took the S. Let me tell you about every single amazing deed I've ever done, so when I perform in bed, it will be so much greater. That's kind of like how he's thinking, for the most part.
Just fucking verbal masturbation.
Pretty much. He's just talking to you. I'll be honest, this bores the shit out of me.
Honestly, the sex is sounding more interesting at this point.
After like a good 20 minutes, it really does. Like his escapades are really like they're interesting, just not by him. nothing he's able to say is really doing it for you. You know, it's
Right.
really fucking boring to you. Oh, but you're able to pad out that time as much as you'd like to. Anytime you ask him a question, you're expecting at least 10 minutes of a response, basically. So, really it's up to you how many questions you wish to ask.
I don't know if I can get the chance to fucking ask any questions to him if he just keeps talking.
Every 10 or 15 minutes or so, he like slowly starts to die down, and you're kind of getting the assumption that he might want jiggy and wiggy with it. I'm assuming you just
then I ask a question.
well, yep.
And then I'll ask a question and just get
It restarts his engine, and he just keeps fucking going. My legend begins in the 5th century. Alrighty, Ortus, before we leave, there's not much I can do without Callista at the moment. So we're gonna look at you for a hot second. What is going through Ortus's mind? You gotta talk to Penny. You gotta find Callista wherever she may be at the moment. What's going through Ortus's mind right now? Ortus, mic check.
Uh-oh.
Oh wait, is he BRB? AO6. Oh, he is BRB. Alright, never mind.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Grail. Yeah, Grail has been, I don't know, 40 minutes, I would say, probably at this point, so a little bit under the hour or so. What, you're stepping away from, Father Morgan. What's going through Grail's mind?
I mentioned he's pretty chuffed with himself for like reading Father Morgan correctly.
Oh.
So I guess he's now got to put faith in everyone else to pull off their parts of the stunt. So I guess his next thought is going to be on how to actually deal with pride. I guess thinking about the inevitable conflict, understanding what he's capable of. So I guess his mission now would be to see if there's any kind of record anywhere of like what he's capable of. So I guess to that extent, he would do the only thing he knows in terms of reconnaissance, which is head to the local pub and listen in on what people are saying.
All right. As you head over to the resident tavern and such, you walk in and you just see Andros looking. I would say you have a very plastered on face of entertainment, which to most people would be incredibly easy to tell for Grail. Honestly, it looks very depressing, as there is just long conversation of fucking Percival just talking away. As you walk in, you see fucking Andros being like, insert question here I have. Immediately Percival just like stands up and starts talking about this or that they've done in the past. And again, like fucking Andros kind of leans back and has that plastered smile on their face again, which you're so easy to tell that this is so fake.
Yeah, real. Wait, so they're at the pub, are they? I thought they were at his house.
No,
No.
Andrus brought him to the tavern.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I missed that part. Okay, it now clicks. All right, so I'm listening there. Do I hear him talking about anything that he's done in terms of like fighting? Did he talk about his exploits in combat or anything?
Yes. I would say Andrus, seeing Grail walk in, would
Shit.
you orient it towards that conversation?
I think if I catch Andrus looking at me, I want to make like gestures to my sword or something like that to generally indicate combat, and then like shrug. You do vague gestures. I'm happy to roll like some kind of poor charisma check or something here to see if I get the message across.
Yeah, roll me. Grail will roll
Should I
me
roll
performance.
insight on what-
Andrus
Should I
will
roll
be
insight?
insights.
I actually have a +7 to performance
Jesus Christ.
because it's a charisma check. I've never had to. No!
I'm so
Oh,
dead.
Andrus.
I'm like so sick and tired. I'm not paying attention. I see him. I'm so zoned out from hearing this
Wait,
fucking
no,
conversation.
isn't this good? Because don't you want Grail to beat the insight check?
The insight is to
Andrus.
see if Andrus can
If
pick
I
up
understood.
what Grail is putting down. So, Grail, you're doing an amazing job of communicating, like, swinging the sword, like, decapitation, like, doing all these different gestures behind Percival's back. And Andrus, you're like, your eyes are like you're desperate, you're so desperately trying to put the face on to make it seem like he has, any form of interest
So this
in
is
you.
what death is.
Yeah.
Dead inside.
And it takes you a minute as like you're looking at Grail, you're looking back at him, you look back at Grail. Grail, nothing. He's getting nothing from you. You're not even sure if he's seeing you properly. Like you see that 1,000-yard stare in his eyes.
In that case, Grail is going to try and. Are there any other like conversations going around the tavern he might be able to just like jump into? And he wants to take over a conversation and start talking about his own exploits really loudly so that Percival hears, because he knows that if Percy hears him talking about how awesome he is, Percy will have to jump in and talk about himself.
That's fair. That's fair. You do have quite a few exploits of your own to talk about, including the mythical dragon. So like, there's a couple people next to you. Notice they're like having kind of smaller conversations off to the side, because Percy dominates the room. And they're like just kind of like chatting with each other, trying not to speak over him. They're not really talking about anything of substance. So you're welcome to just slide in the chair next to them if you want to.
Yeah, I'll slide in and then try and like naturally insert myself into the conversation. I'm not going to be like an asshole that just jumps in and immediately just talks about myself. You know, like any opportunity to start leading the conversation away, and like progressively start talking louder about the exploits as I get into it.
Okay. Yeah. So you
You
are.
can do a check on that if you want, or
Yeah. Roll me a performance check. Let me see how endearing your conversation is.
still above 10 at least.
It's still above 10. As you are like talking about it, so which of your general exploits have you done? You fought a necromancer, you fought a dragon, you fought a couple of things. What you don't be talking about?
Kind of like whatever feels like it goes in the conversation. If they talk about dragons, I'll say I killed one. If they talk about people dying, I'll be like, I put a necromancer down, so at least the dead stay dead now. That kind of stuff.
That's pretty cool. All right, we're gonna go with the necromancer one, and you start kind of like leading into the conversation. You start telling them about your adventures with necromancer. It's kind of a quieter conversation for the most part. Andrus, you do see Percy kind of like hearing it as he's talking. He kind of like slows down for a second as he like slowly starts kind of turning towards Grail. What are you doing?
Well, this is also the first time I'm hearing these stories myself, too. So I'm kind of listening, kind of not, but also paying attention to how Percival is acting towards these stories and making sure that he's still enthralled and staying here and not leaving.
Fair. So yeah, he kind of turns and he looks over at Grail. He kind of like he steps over to Grail and like leans on the table, and he goes, "You've killed a necromancer, have you, Gruel?"
Yes, and believe it or not, it stayed dead. It turns out they're not as good at resurrecting themselves as they are others.
I see. Did you know that I once killed a phoenix?
The creature that does rebirth itself, you say? However did you manage that?
As it turns out, if you stab it enough times and remove its power source several times over, and you murder its parent, that you just keep stabbing it, turns out they do die after enough times.
You're a man of the blade, then.
Indeed.
Andreas orders a drink.
He's just like, thank God. Grail, I owe you my life.
He pulls out his short, I think it's a short, no, he has a long sword. He pulls out the long sword from the sheath that is hanging on his side, and he kind of like shows it to you. It is a beautiful blade, absolutely immaculate. And arguably, you don't even know what it's crafted from, although you aren't super good with swords in the first place. And he goes, "I've used this blade on many occasions to slay many of my foes. Sometimes I just use my hands, but there is nothing quite like bashing through their defenses until they die."
Grail's gonna look at the sword, and he's gonna say something like, "Not too shabby." And he's gonna pull out his sword.
Ooh.
This one was made of dragon bone, though. He's
He kind of like looks over
his sword, acting as if it's better than Pride's.
God
Now
damn.
they're fucking measuring dick sizes here now. Goddamn.
My sword's better than your sword.
He kind of like looks over yours, and like he holds out his sword for you to hold, basically.
Wait, sorry, he's holding out his sword for me to hold?
Yeah, he's like basically trying to hand you his sword as he looks at yours, clearly with the intention of like let's compare,
All right, I'll look over his. I'll make some kind of comment like, must be made of quite good iron then.
Iron. He kind of like looks over your blade and he looks back at you. He goes, "This is made of mithril. Although it is interesting comparative to dragon bone. Fabulous. I dare say they're almost of the same quality. Which blacksmith did you use for this blade?"
Almost indeed. Quite the feat to claim that your sword approaches that of dragonbone, after all. This was made by Borin back in Harmonious Haven. A very fine blacksmith indeed.
I've heard of his exploits every now and again. He is a famous blacksmith, an adventurer-made blacksmith. He never got to work on my blades, and he slowly sheathed his sword. But one day, maybe I may go to him for another if he can craft something of this quality.
He is indeed the finest blacksmith that I have known.
Indeed.
But it sounds like you do not even need swords. You claim your mere fists are enough to put down a foe.
I have on many occasions. I have fought minotaurs. I have fought other, manticores as well. I have used my hands in arm wrestling against the largest orcs you have ever seen, and I have throttled them to the ground.
Surely assisting with magic, you cannot possibly claim that it is not but brute strength that you use to achieve these feats.
I have used my cunning thoughts every now and again, but brute strength is more my skills. I could outthink them if I chose to, but there is no need for that when I can simply grab them by the throat and snap it.
Fascinating. It appears those arms are not just for show.
Indeed. He kind of like flexes his arm again. He goes, "There's a reason I almost won against Ortus. A man who can beat me in arm wrestling is a man who who deserves the finest of drinks.
Indeed, it is your prevalence over that man that is the most impressive. Having journeyed with him, I am well aware of his incredible strength.
Aye. I do not know many of his tales, but they must be legendary.
He has accompanied me for quite some time now. My greatest exploits are those shared by him as well.
Fabulous.
Killing a necromancer, slaying a dragon.
Impressive, impressive.
All the same.
There is one deed I wish to complete within my lifetime. Do you know of, try to remember if I named the players. Oh, the, oh my god, what was the name of it? God of the Sea or something?
The King of the Sea?
King of the Sea, thank you. It's like, do you know of the King of the Sea?
Ah, yes. Ortus, in fact, suplexed it, believe it or not.
He suplexed the King of the Sea? How did he even
Indeed.
perform such an incredible deed?
Through a great degree of teamwork, we were able to fish it from the ocean, and in the process of doing so, Ortus grappled it and suplexed it onto the boat.
I see.
Wait, was it onto the boat or was it onto the water behind us? I forget exactly.
He flipped
he
it over
punched
the
it.
over the boat, yeah.
Yeah, he punched it into the air, and then as it was going up, he grabbed its tail and flipped it over the boat.
Alright, I'm going to relay this exact story. I'm going to make sure it's accurate.
See, he is absolutely enthralled with it. For the first time, he doesn't say anything while you're enthralling him upon the story of Ortus specifically.
Andreas gets another drink because he's just astounded that he just shut the fuck up finally.
The first time in probably half an hour, or yeah, about 40 minutes or so, that Andreas has heard this man be quiet.
Grail is going to continue on, but now instead of telling, like the whole truth, he's going to start embellishing it. He's going to start throwing in just a couple of little lies here to, make it, to give Percival a false idea of what we're capable of.
Fascinating.
Yes. I don't know if it is some innate magic or if it is perhaps his sheer killing intent, but I have heard that when he gets serious, men cannot even move in front of Ortus's gaze. It is a terrifying prospect, and one that I am glad who have never been on the receiving end of.
Such a fascinating man. You telling me that he can stop entire armies with simply a look?
I have heard that this is exactly what happened when he was in the military himself.
Jesus
It is a wonder
fucking
that any
Christ.
dared stand against him in the first place. But, of course, you have seen his muscle, you have seen his exploits yourself. I am sure that you would have no difficulty in believing these tall tales.
Indeed, his arms are like those of steel. Only the greyest of blacksmith can hope to accomplish a weapon as strong as his biceps. He says that with genuine admiration, by the way.
Arms that approach even mithril. And of course, all in our party would be considered his equal in combative strength.
They would be. He slowly looks over at Andros. Huh.
Because, of course, strength comes from more than just mere muscle, as I am sure one such as yourself would be aware.
Indeed, indeed. Any battlefield, would you say? They would be his
Why?
equal.
Why, Andrus over there, I have heard, is so adept in the ways of illusion magic that none have actually seen their true form. It is rumored that everyone we see is merely a near-perfect simulacrum of the original, who hides in safety some great distance away.
Andreas looks over out from behind Percival to look at Grail like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You see her
my
kind
Gives him
of...
this look like, what the
I was
fuck?
too I was too lost in talking about our exploits. I should not be revealing such secrets. My apologies.
I see. Well, there is a battlefield. There's a battlefield that Andros has was suggested. No, it's there's a battlefield that Andress and I shall be taking upon soon. And if they are Ortus's equal, then I must know what it would be like.
I hear this and Andreas gets a third drink. How drunk am I now?
Well, make Constitution saving throw.
He doesn't even fucking, like, it's not slow. He just fucking downs it. He just fucking throws it back. Oh, God. What am I rolling?
Constitution saving throw. Throwing it back now, y'all.
And why, Callista? While I claim that
No,
we
I'm drunk.
While I claim that we together slew a dragon, it was, in truth, nearly her entire doing. With a single lightning bolt, the likes of which I have not even seen nature conjure, she was able to rend that dragon in twain.
Fascinating. I've
was
only
there, but
seen
I
a
was-
dragon a few times in my life, and even I had to go to extensive measures to annihilate one.
Yes, it is perhaps a blessing that we had such a powerful cleric on our side. But I get ahead of myself. I should not be sharing the stories of my comrades, for those are theirs to spread. And it
What is a
appears you have
story
your
of
own
you,
fights.
Gruel, being Ortus's equal, as you may say?
Why, I will tell you the story of what led me on this journey. While it is not the one of me at my greatest heights, I believe it is one that demonstrates the sheer will and ferocity of commitment that embodies me as a person. It was when I was but a young boy on a farm. I knew someone was gonna laugh at that.
I was a young boy.
I was on a farm, a small farm hamlet far to the south of the region. We were teethed by bandits regularly, who took advantage of the fact that we were a small and peaceful community. Until one evening, just before winter, we were pillaged again, and all of our supplies were taken, leaving us nothing to survive the harsh season. We were faced with two options: death by cold, or to strike back and reclaim what was ours. And so it was in the dead of night. I led a makeshift militia of the men in our village, armed with naught but scythes, pitchforks, and whatever else we could muster, and we slew every single bandit. I personally impaled their leader, a large, disgusting man, on a pike and hoisted him high for all to see. And it was from that point that the name Grail Godsbane was born, and all bandits of the south learned fear.
Fascinating. And you say you're God's Bane. Is that a title? Or
It is a title, for I am born of Asmar blood, one who has the power of the gods with them by birth, and yet I reject that power and make it my own, for they have done nothing for me. And as I will make pay all those who stand against me, I will show that the gods are not needed in this world.
well, Grail Godsbane. Sounds like me
Always
and
an
you
actual
have a similar ideal. I wish to defeat those of all standings above me, for I know that I stand at the pinnacle, and none shall ever surpass. He slowly turns to Andress. What about you, Andy? What about your past? What feats do you have?
Wait,
By
does
the
this
way,
confirm
that's
he's a
the
top? Because he has to be at the pinnacle?
By the way, that's the first time you've heard him being called Andy.
Yeah.
I grew up as an orphan.
As did many
on
of
the
us.
streets. No, I was literally an orphan. I fucking had no one. My parents were fucking died in front of me. No, yeah, no. And I as a what 5, 6? Fucking I can't fucking remember how old I was. I wandered the streets, and in Ashbourne, where I've seen a lot of death, a lot of people dying, and then I got taken in by a group of people, and they raised me as one of their own, taught me the ways of stealth and some other talents and such.
Yes,
and
your
yeah.
ability of illusion magic to such a high degree that I could swipe my hand through you right now, and you would simply be a figure.
You're not gonna slap me, are you?
No, I
Good,
was.
because I'm
should I
I'm
do
still
that?
here.
I could do
No,
that.
I'm still here.
Oh.
See, and he's just gonna fucking poke his nose. See, still here. Anyway,
Why
but,
Andrus here is so humble, they refuse to acknowledge the full extent of their power. Their illusion is so great that it gives even the illusion of substance, not just appearance. Truly a remarkable
Fascinating.
skill. It is like
He's
you could
gonna look
swear
over
that it is just the real thing. Imperceptible difference.
he's gonna order another drink. He's gonna pick it up, look at Grail. He's gonna be like, "Stop!" before he just throws it back. Stop. Throws it back.
You are.
What he is saying.
You're
What
swaying.
he's saying. I know he's swaying. What he is saying is not entirely true. Yeah, can do illusionary. I'm not great at it. What I'm good
Nonsense! Enough with the humbilities. Enough with underselling yourself. And Grail, if Percy is not looking at him, is going to like give a little wink, just to be like, shut the fuck up and go along with it.
I will fucking kill you.
It's part of the plan. It's the mission.
No, that was Andreas literally says, "I will fucking kill you."
I've seen what he's
I have
capable
killed
of,
many.
and I fear well that is possible.
You better damn fucking believe it.
It's like your drunken dad just like, hey, you better fucking believe it.
Well, this has come out of nowhere, Sin. Is this a therapy session now? We need to talk about
Sin,
this.
what's the name of the town?
Scholar Haven?
No. A different one.
Oh, your
It's
town.
not
We'll
Ashmore,
call
yeah.
on town name generate.
Yeah, nice.
We'll call it
town name generator.
We'll call it Akron. Town
Akron.
of
Have
Akron.
you fucking heard of Akron?
Actually, hold on. Grail, roll me a history check. Like Ohio. Yeah.
Ohio. Oh no, history.
Ah, you would actually recognize this
a
name.
better roll than some of my fucking charisma-based ones.
Oh, that's great. You would actually recognize this name. Akron is a town that probably a decade and a half ago, somewhere near that, you're not 100% sure, was effectively wiped out off the face of the map. No one knows why or how, but it was there one day, and the next day, complete ghost town. Every single person in that entire town was dead. There was no bodies left to find.
Jesus.
Yeah, and it was a decently sized town. Like it was like Hollow Haven sized. Like it was a decently sized town.
Grail, like on hearing this, his eyebrows are going to go up a little bit because, well, yeah, I guess if his understanding was that everyone was gone, to now hear that Andrus was from that town is certainly
No.
a revelation.
Yeah. Andreas specifically said he was from Ashbourne.
Oh. Wait,
But he
I'm
brought
so...
up. Yeah, no, but he asked, have you heard of this other town?
Oh, okay. Sorry, I keep getting myself confused.
No, you're good.
Right.
More fun.
I'm just listening then.
Pride
Yeah,
will
no.
go, I have heard of it. They disappeared, didn't they?
In a way. By me.
He again looks you up and down and he goes, but you're so small.
And you're so dumb.
He has a big appetite.
She's so dumb.
Doesn't prove anything. You said it was a decade ago? I would have been...
Decade and a half,
He would
roughly.
have been-
Yeah.
Decade and a half? He would have been, what, like 10?
Yeah.
12? Yeah. I was the group that had taken me in and raised me, trained me in the ways of execution and assassination, in the sense of what would be the word? Fuck.
Look.
From preventing worse from happening.
He kind
The
of like
town had
he kind of like rubs his chin a little bit and he goes, huh. A child assassin. I never really considered using a child for assassin work. Maybe I should have.
Jesus Christ.
dang it.
You sound very
I know he's
effective.
evil, but damn.
You sound very efficient, Andy. I suppose your illusion magic does have a lot of perks to it.
That was not illusion magic that I used at all.
Ah. And your other skills must be even more powerful if your illusion magic is this great.
Orders another drink. This is what, his fifth?
Yeah,
On what level am I drunk?
you're
How is my drink
very
level?
drunk now, especially as you down that one. Roll me another Constitution save.
Is he starting to look good looking now?
You know, a little bit. Roll me another con save. Oh, he's looking
he's
so
looking a
hot
li-
to you.
He's looking fuckable right now. Is what he's looking.
He's not looking hot per se. He's looking, oh my god, I can get out of this fucking situation. That's what he's looking like to you right now. He's looking like a sweet getaway to fucking off out of this conversation.
Yeah, no, fucking. The town was plagued with something that needed to be rectified. And very quickly. And I was tasked to make sure to correct such a thing.
Fascinating. You are correct, Grail. He does have a fascinating story. You may all be the equals to Ortus and his massive biceps.
I did not lead you astray.
Fascinating. In the meantime, Ortus, everyone else been, gone for a little bit. You're on your way trying to, find Penny, trying to find, Callista and such. Since Callista's not here, obviously, we aren't able to quite go down that. But I want to know, what is in Ortus's mind? What is Ortus thinking as he starts doing this, knowing that he's gonna have to probably hurt Penny mentally, potentially, to really get this through.
I was about to say he's definitely very hesitant. He is honestly just thinking about the best possible outcome and the worst outcomes in his head right now, and ways he could avoid those worst outcomes. But if it comes to it, it's going to save a lot of people, so he knows he has to.
Okay. Interesting. All right. So he's really just like digging deep and kind of like when you think of Penny, like tell me what Ortus is thinking about Penny specifically. It's been a while since you've really been on journey with her, you know, way back when you guys were journeying together. You know that like a lot of people were concerned about her, generally speaking, or they were afraid of her to a degree. You know, at the very least that, you know, especially when she left for Hollow Haven, one of the things, if I recall correctly, that she told you was don't search for me. Don't try to find me. You know, other stuff like that. Like, kind of semi-mean things inside that letter as well. And then, you know, having returned back to her now in the city, and she's looking genuinely happy and accepted, much less. How's Ortus thinking about this?
Well, he, in my opinion, thinks she is brainwashed. He doesn't think she is thinking clearly, and she might have been brainwashed before she left, is like kind of his like
Okay.
assumptions. So, the reason she was mean was because, you know, brainwashing, you know, might not have been her choice to do it or whatever. So he's, even if it is her own choice, he is not aware of that, and he wants to kind of like bring her out of it, I guess.
Okay. Interesting. Alrighty. Now, just for me primarily to know, what is your kind of like, what do you think Ortus is going to like start with? You know, how's Ortus going to breach this question? You know, obviously we'll discuss it next week, or sorry, 2 weeks from now, when you and Callista get to talk. But like, what was Ortus's gut instinct in trying to confront this?
I think, since honestly Callista, Ortus, and Penny all had like the most interaction where they were genuinely having fun, he's probably just going to try to make her recall those times, and then like kind of see, look what leaving and going away has kind of taken from you, you know, like I get you're helping people, but you were free, like you were having fun, like type of stuff.
I like it. Alrighty. Well, unfortunately, since Callista's not here, we are going to have to end a little bit early. Mostly because I want to have that moment with her and Penny and you, since you guys are closest to Penny. So we'll be ending right about now or so. But before we go, two things. One, next week I am going to be doing kind of my birthday on the 24th. Thursday I'm going to be doing Halo, and the 25th I'm going to be doing something else, probably a community-based thing. So I won't be doing any D&D next week, since it is, you know, birthday week and all that fun stuff. So we'll be back with D&D in 2 weeks, possibly for the final episode, but we will see. And apparently I did not name my episode correctly, but that's fine. But in the meantime, in the next 2 weeks or so, we are going to level up. You guys are going to be level 10. All 5 of you guys are going to be level 10, and then most likely a lot of next episode is going to be Callista, Ortus, and Penny conversing, and then we're going to do some sick fucking combat, bitches. It's gonna be fucking nice. But in the meantime, we are going to go over to my end screen, and we're going to find a friendable bendo to raid. If you guys have not raided with us before, feel free to copy that raid message. If you guys have not seen my awesome, amazing players, please go check them out right there. They are amazing and very sweet and wonderful, and I appreciate them for taking the time out of their days to pop over and chill with us. The folk that we're going to be raiding today is going to be, I think, my stream wifey. Let me see, what is she doing today? she's playing Jedi Fallen Order. Yeah, we'll go visit Stream Wifey. Gilly is absolutely amazing. She is very sweet. She's wonderful, and I appreciate her existence. We haven't gotten to raid her very often or spend some time with her. So we're going to pop over, chill with her, chat with her. But I will see you guys for the next episode of King's Kindness in 2 weeks. And for the next week, birthday bash stuff, so I'm still planning on a few things, but it shall be interesting. My birthday, the 24th, is also going to be a donathon, starting at 9 a.m. my time and ending at 6 p.m. my time. So I will see all of you guys then. If you guys are interested in any of the content that we do, check out all the socials that we have, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
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 Bye.